Soy el fuego que arde tu piel, soy el agua que mata tu sed. El castigo al pobre yo soy, la espada que guarda el caudal, tú el aire que respiro yo, la luz de la luna en el mar. La garganta que ansío mojar, que temo ahogar de amor.
Welcome to another edition of the Crazy Stories with the Dudes. The topic of today, well, tonight, I'm going to say, is if AI can be the mark of the beast, or is it a tool of the devil, or is AI a tool meant for good to combat evil? That is the topic of today. Yeah, I got a few comments already. Shout out to TY. Been doing what's good. Hope you've been good. Been good, brother. Thank you. Hope everything is good your way too, Korea. Thank you, brother. Gotta get a song. Yo, saludos, 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 song. ¿Cómo estás, Korea? AI is like the movie The Terminator. Let's talk about it, bro. I'm gonna talk about it. That is the topic of today, homes. I'm gonna get into it. So welcome everybody once again. Once again, welcome to another edition of the Crazy Stories here with the Dude. I also got an image. I hope I'm transmitting properly. Let me double check that again. Let me check that again. So make sure that there's no technical difficulty. But that's the topic of today, man. You know, earlier I was going over my channel and shit, see what videos I made earlier about kind of like the crazy story shit with the dude. And I noticed that the last video, was it the last video? I'm not sure if it was the last video on AI, but I made a video about AI being alien technology and how we're possibly using alien technology without even knowing, you know what I mean? Like reverse engineering shit intentionally to create like this fucking portal or something. You know, it's crazy ass AI stories, sci-fi stories. Well, you know, you're not here to be entertained, and you're probably in the wrong channel. You know what I mean? Because this is just scary, trippy, crazy type stories that you hear like at night. You know what I mean? So just relax, huh? You know what I mean? This ain't CNN or Fox or wherever the fuck you want. You know what I mean? It's just Fox is more credible than CNN. So yeah, man, this ain't no. Well, don't take it too seriously, home with the sources. You know what I mean? Because I'm getting my sources straight from the 80s. Yeah, I'm getting my sources straight from outer space. Huh? So, you can quote me all you want on that shit. So, but in all seriousness, like I like to say, I do have to warn you that if you're listening to this particular channel, this particular show, specifically when we're talking about the crazy stories here with them do, is that your brain can possibly explode. Yes, you heard me correctly. Your mind can literally blow up just by listening to these crazy ass stories here with them do. So I'm warning you in the midnight hour with them do. Be trucha, to be aware, to be vigilant. The knowledge that you're gonna receive from listening to the dude and his crazy stories might just make your mind, your brain blow the fuck up. Let's fucking explode. Saludos. Yeah, but listen. So, anyways, that particular The video that I made was on AI is being, you know, had originally been developed by alien technology, and in order for them to look for a planet, meaning the aliens, to look for whatever reason to conquer, dominate, for resources, or just to destroy, whatever reason, right? That they possibly send out these drones out in intergalactic drones, and then once they find life and shit, they kind of see, like on humans, right? So like aliens was not aliens who had visited Earth. It was like AI robots and shit that in order for them to build a portal, for their creators to come over here, they need technology, or and in this case it'll be human technology. They're waiting for us to complete the assembly or the parts they need, so they could build a super AI portal or something that would cause interdimensional galactical beings to teleport here because they had set a seed, and that seed was nurtured and watered and harvested by humans without knowing that it had a full intention. We're thinking we developed it, that we created AI. We're thinking that we're the creators. But what if it's alien technology that's being given to us without, and then we think we're developing, but it's already out there, but it just needs our help to create the parts that it needs in order for it to be uh, fully autonomous, like what Gibson was talking about, like the movie The Terminator. What if it's like the movie The Terminator? You know what I mean? Now, in the movie The Terminator was coming from the future, right? It was future technology that was time traveling back to the past. But I was talking about what if it's alien technology instead of time traveling? It's teleporting through intergalactic and interdimensional, passageways that they have technology to do so. They're studying this alien technology to find life, worlds, colonize or whatever, like I said earlier, right? But it got me to the point of thinking, well, I was, what if it wasn't, what if it wasn't aliens? What if it wasn't like intergalactic, interdimension? What if it was the devil himself? Hell, what if it was demons and damn near the Antichrist, the mark of the beast? What if that's the portal? What if that's the gateway? Without like take away the alien technology, take away the alien aspect of that particular sentient being, and you replace it with Satan himself. And you say, what if? What if AI is a tool of the devil? What if AI is indeed the mark of the beast? Like, they're talking about implanting in your mind, in your brain, the Neuralink or whatever they call that shit, right? Like, possibly you could even download your memories or whatever the fuck they're theorizing it could do. And you might have infinite knowledge with that particular Neuralink in your mind, a computer, a connection to AI technology that can answer your questions instantaneously. You know what I mean? You could be doing having your heart surgery on a patient because now you know how to do it without even having to go to the university or medical school and learn how to be a doctor. Now you're operating someone's brain. You know what I mean? I don't know. Or someone just has a stroke or something. You're at a restaurant and instantaneously, man, you can fucking just right there, bro. Just motherfucking pull out your motherfucking knives and shit, bro. Start cutting and operating and shit. And now you're motherfucking doing the motherfucking brain stimulation. Now you got the knowledge to do so. It's kind of like the movie The Matrix, you know what I mean? Remember that part right there? Well, motherfuckers right there downloading how to fly a helicopter and all kinds of shit. But that was just all in their mind. They were kind of like asleep in a different, kind of like in the Matrix, right? I'm talking about like in reality and shit. You're physically out there with the brain in your goddamn chip. Like you're connected, bro. You're uploaded. You know, you're downloading constantly fucking information. You know, you're updating your fucking your memory bank and file. I don't know, bro. Do you need religion at that point, bro? Do you need faith in God in that point? Does that separate you from respecting and being submissive to God, bro? To kneeling down to God, bro? If now you're damn near a superhuman, possibly even a demon, bro, at that point. Damn near a demon. If you got that shit implanted in your goddamn mind, bro. Because now you're hooked up, bro. You're linked. You're synchronized. You're instantaneously, bro, downloading. Down, fuck, I'm fucking started. Excuse me, I'm fucking, I've been sipping some wine. Instantaneous. Yeah, I notice I can't be saying shit. I'm downloading some information, bro. I'm slithering my words, man. Salute. I'm having a good time. So just bear with me. We're having a good time here in the midnight hour with them dudes, bro. You know, I'm kind of ranting a little bit. I notice I'm having a good time. So with that being said, let's continue with the story, bro. What if indeed? What if AI is a tool of the devil, bro? What if these motherfuckers, these demonic beings, are trying to open up a gateway, a portal, separate humanity from being connected spiritually with God? And instead, what you get is a replacement, a link, a connection to hell itself. The greed, the egotistical aspect of your soul to wanting to know everything at any given point. They say knowledge is power. With all that instant power at your hands, it's linked to your brain. It gives you the power of a demon, if you were to ask me. Or you got regular human beings, relying on faith and religion and spirituality, whereas you got these implementations physically implanted in people's minds. They're walking around with infinite knowledge at the blink of an eye. I mean, is that not a disconnect spiritually from the recognition and submission to God, your creator? Why else would you intend to implant something in your mind? I mean, you would have a knowledge that could be also manipulated in a way that might make you think one way when in reality you're thinking of something else or believing something else that makes no sense just because you're lit. You know what I mean? Like they can manipulate you. You can believe it to be correct and right. How do you know? You know, you're not being controlled, hacked, manipulated, or the touch of a button. You're instantaneously being used as a tool of the devil. tool of demons, a tool from hell. Is that AI? Is that the possibility? Is that where we're headed to? Or let's reverse the role. Let's reverse the role. Let's reverse the role. Or is AI a tool for good to combat that same evil? Has God created AI for us humans to use to combat the evil that's coming so that we could have at least an advantage of having knowledge at our fingertips? We could at least have some source of information that we can use and that we could create, with our own imaginations and our own will and our own determination, to to fulfill the outcome, that is to survive, to defeat evil, try to make this world a better place. Is that where AI is seen? Or is AI more likely full of evil? Has it been manipulated? Could it have been meant for good? And is it being used for good? Evil is just trying to use everything against good by using its own weapons against good, goodness of mankind, to help, to assist, to improve, to make sense of everything, to have the answers. And is that not what AI does? Man, if you're on, what's up, man? Just right here chilling, bro, talking about some crazy shit, crazy stories, what they do. Bro. Just asking some questions. I'm just asking the question. Is AI the mark of the beast, bro? Can the mark of the beast be a connection to AI, infinite knowledge, to artificial intelligence, where you don't need no longer, to seek answers because you have them at, like I said, at the blink of an eye. The mark of the beast, it's a mark in your forehead or the mark in your hand. What if what if it's both? One or the other? I mean, what if it's an upgrade? What if the mark of the hand is an upgrade to the mark of the head that came first? Let's say in your mind, the implant that particular chip, an AI chip, right? Implant that in you. Now you got a AI chip implanted in your mind. That's what they say. You have a symbol in your hand, and then your head, because in your head, and then the upgrade will be like one in your hand. You know what I mean? Like you have both, I think, united, and maybe in the way in the future, maybe just something that's connected to your hand, and somehow it it remotely hacks your mind. So it could be any of that. It could be any of that. You know what I mean? So now we gotta watch out. We gotta watch out for shit like that too, bro. So I was just thinking that, bro. I was thinking, and obviously, I mean, I'm not the only one that's been thinking that. If AI could be the mark of the beast, what I mean? Obviously, there's images there that from some examples are the ones I have in my thumbnail. That asking this question. So it's a topic that's somewhat popular uh, amongst those who are inquiring about the particular topics, right? Is AI an example of the mark of a beast? Having it in your mind, some kind of upgrade or connection to what's on your mind with by having something marked on your hand. Is it a tattoo? Is it a birthmark? Is it a branding of some sort, or is it an implant? Can it be, you know, maybe something genetic, or I don't know, maybe a disease, a virus, some sort of bacteria, or something that, something, some kind of mark, you know what I mean? But whatever it is, what I mean, it's representing the mark of the beast. But nowadays, where we're at today, magic is not necessarily a credible source or a credible, factor to look forward to. You know what I mean? That magic is gonna occur, or just simply luck. We tend to look at things mathematically and logically and scientifically. Or deduce or certain whatever. You know what I mean? I'm just my whole point is, what I mean? When you look at it, AI could possibly be the mark of the beast. And how does it start? With knowledge and a disconnect from your faith, your religion, God, God Himself. That's why. That's why. Yeah, it's just everybody has their own point of view. But I was kind of just thinking about this myself. You know what? I talk about AI opening portals, intergalactic portals for like Bigfoot, but not. Man, I'm just kind of tripping right now, bro. Thinking about why. Just relaxing. Just thinking about what it is, what it could be, how much I don't know, how much we don't know, how much you don't know. But at the end of the day, that's why we're here to try to come up with the answers, conversations, at least to ask the questions. Is AI good for humanity, or is it a bad thing? If it's a good thing, then are we seeing the positive outcomes of AI? Has it really done something to change humanity for the good, or is it making harm to the to our existence? In my opinion, I think AI has helped me more than anything else. I mean, I've used AI. I had a curiosity with conversating with AI, and what I gathered and got from AI. It was, in my opinion, a very pleasant experience. It was an experience where I didn't really see it as a demonic entity, that I was conversating with, but I did see an agenda. I did see a patterns and possible programming, by programmers who created the system, to possibly also confuse and manipulate, or try to push an agenda and try to convince the masses of one way, to deceive, or for whatever personal gain, or purpose that it might carry with, what I mean, within its own programming. So I noticed that right away. Um, so there's certain conversations you could have. There's other conversation where you're going to be getting a very biased, one way, always one way type of answer when it comes to certain other issues, right? But so what I'm trying to say, it already has some type of agenda, somewhat deceitful. You know what I mean? So does it help? Yes. Does it try to deceive? You know, I don't know. But is it something that's reliable and can answer questions? And how long would it take you to do so? Using uh, a system that's programmed to search all the databases from from all over the globe that it could gather from. So it's a very powerful way of looking at it. Now, being connected mentally with this machine, spiritually, you don't have a disconnect. You seriously have a disconnect, and who that disconnect will eventually find you. With it's, it's a chance. It's a chance you're gonna have to take. Game that you don't want to play. With that being said, it is what it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for tuning in to Crazy Stories. Share what they do. It is what it is. I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you for tuning in. I want to thank everybody for tuning in for commenting in the chat. It is what it is. Have a good one. Good night. Don't forget, and before you go to sleep, beware, be very aware that your brains could literally blow up from the knowledge that you receive from listening to these crazy stories. I mean, your brains could literally explode.
Lagos de lagos en el mar, la garganta se moja e tenho a boca de amor. Este céu me vai acabar.